Sports Tonight, Monday, July 8. The Broncos and the Roosters. Monday night footy is back. The last of the Lions, Alan McConnell, appointed to guide Fitzroy till the end. The man behind the man who won Wimbledon, Richard Krajicek's Aussie coach. And a fight for fortune, a female boxer's battle to be the best. We're pulling no punches. This is Sports Tonight. Hello, welcome. I'm Matthew White. Well, also tonight, an early drug warning for Atlanta and the Dream Team on a mission. And shortly, tonight's news from the AFL Tribunal. But first up, Rugby League and the return of Monday night football. The Sydney City Roosters snared a controversial last-minute victory over Brisbane at the Sydney Football Stadium. It looked like a draw until the final siren, the Roosters winning with a penalty goal.
The Angels sang for the return of Monday night football and the sky lit up. But it only left Sydney City in a daze. The Roosters again had stars in their eyes when Darren Lockyer took hold of the ball.
Lockyer through a gap. Lockyer's on his way. Lockyer scores.
Peter Jorgensen bettered the Broncos' footwork, scoring a fabulous equaliser in the 12th minute.
Jorgensen, he'll get there, will he? Yes, Jorgensen.
For a while, it looked like Origin football, 35,000 people and tackles like this.
Oh, gee, that's big.
There was no stopping Robbie Ross, determined to see Brisbane ahead before the half.
And now Robbie Ross, he's away, put the points down.
The Broncos up 10-4. Plenty of rock, the roll giving Kerrod Walters headaches. Both sides taking a battering, Lockyer just one of the casualties with broken teeth. Plenty of chances, but no points until Ivan Cleary capitalised on a penalty. All the time, Darren Junee was saving the best for last.
Junee! That is a super try!
10-all, and Cleary couldn't put the Roosters ahead despite two opportunities. One after Alan Langer went high on Jason Lowry. Andrew G gave him a third chance.
This is supposed to be a place kick at the middle of the 20-metre line.
Roosters players and supporters glad to see this.
And Sydney City have gone to the lead and won the game.
Third time lucky for Cleary. The Roosters bouncing back from 3 straight losses.
Yet another saga involving the Australian Rugby League team, this time a blue over Jim Dimmick's knee. Despite a persistent injury, Dimmick has been given the all-clear to play for the Kangaroos in Friday night's game against Fiji. That's angered his club, Parramatta. The Kangaroo coach Bob Fulton says he's standing behind the decision made by team doctor Nathan Gibbs.
A chilly wake-up for the Kangaroos this morning. The outdoor splash, a far cry from the warm surroundings of last night's hotel medical. Team doctor Nathan Gibbs giving Jim Dimmick's troublesome knee the green light, a decision that stunned Parramatta boss Dennis Fitzgerald.
I haven't really spoken to Dennis about it, but I think he would be upset. Like I've missed a few games, but I've only missed 4 games this year for Parramatta.
We've had this ongoing saga throughout State of Origin where the Parramatta club have been bluing about Dr. Nathan Gibbs passing Jimmy for the State of Origin matches. I mean, Nathan's there to do a particular job, and he's proven that he's been right on each and every occasion.
Dimmick ran with the team this afternoon. Teammates Adam Muir and Andrew Johns sat out with minor leg injuries. Meanwhile, yesterday's record-breaking Sydney Swans crowd turned the spotlight on the league for tonight's return of Monday night football. But the ARL says it's pointless to draw parallels between tonight's game and yesterday's Aussie rules.
It's no use comparing the two codes, and it's no use preparing crowds. If you've got to do that, you've got to look beyond the statistics of the success of the Swans.
And the league rejected suggestions that footy tab betting could place Monday night teams under pressure in the lead-up to the final game of the round.
I don't agree with that. I certainly agree that footy tab is a part of our game, but we don't program around footy tab.
I've been in the game a long time, and I've never been approached by, in either capacity as a player or a coach, to do something that would, I suppose, throw a game.
And 2 Canberra players have been cited to appear before the league judiciary tomorrow night. Fullback Brett Mullins, one of 3 players facing high tackle charges. Prop Quentin Pongia on a striking charge.
Great game, great show, great beer. Rugby League, Sports Tonight and Han Longbrew, packing you into the front row all season long.
Now to AFL, on a bad night for Brisbane at the tribunal, with 2 Bears players found guilty. Defender Richard Champion was fined $2,000 for disputing an umpire's call in Saturday night's clash with the Crows, while star forward Alastair Lynch was suspended for 1 match for charging Adelaide's Rod Jameson. It's the first time Lynch has been penalised by the tribunal in his 145-game career with Brisbane and the Lions. And also tonight, Geelong's Brad Scholl was cleared of a wrestling charge. Well, he's the last Lion with the least wanted job in the AFL. Alan McConnell is the new coach of Fitzroy, appointed today to guide the Lions for their last 8 games of the season. In fact, their last games altogether.
As such, I therefore see it as my duty to ensure that this group of people, all of whom have some future in football at some level or other, that the remaining 8 weeks that they have together is as positive as it possibly can be.
McConnell stepped into the same position last year when Bernie Quinlan was sacked with only 3 rounds left in the 95 season.
It's an enormous task, and I needed to sift through a number of things to sort out in my own mind that I had the confidence in my ability to hold things together over these remaining weeks.
McConnell will have a huge task in keeping the Lions players motivated and their minds on the job.
One of the concerns that I've had in taking this on is that there is an enormous task ahead of us in that capacity, and I guess, well, I trust that I proved to have been the right selection to handle those matters.
Lions skipper Brad Boyd had been critical of the Coburg training facility. Tonight, McConnell was playing down the significance of the poor training venue.
It has been a problem, although it's not, you know, I don't believe it's contributed to our performance, should I say. Yeah.
The question of which 8 players will go to Brisbane still remains uncertain, and if McConnell has his way, will remain so until the end of the year.
That's a matter for the Brisbane Bears, and I guess the reality is in the football world, people tend to negotiate behind closed doors during this period of a season anyway, and I guess that remains to be seen, but my preference would be for those negotiations to continue in the fashion they would normally continue, because our focus needs to be a team one.
Well, the Sydney Swans' amazing turnaround isn't just confined to the win-loss column. Also bouncing back is Paul Roos, the star defender who's thrived on Sydney's winning streak.
Hang on, which pub do you want?
2-year-old son Dylan may be bringing out the kid in Paul Roos at home, but on the football ground it's his young Swan teammates who've rejuvenated the veteran of 303 games.
When you get to my age,